What's up, everybody? We are here to continue our journey through Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is part 2. This is the Batwoman episode, which just premiered tonight. We just did a video for part 1. If you want to check that out, check out the cut down version on YouTube or join our Patreon, patreon.com/hyperrpg to see the full version. That's where you'll be able to catch the full version of this. If you're already on Patreon, thank you so much for becoming a hyper homie. You get access to this, the previous episode, early access to trailer reactions, movie reviews, all kinds of stuff. And on top of that, when we hit 400 patrons, we are going to put out a new poll for a new show for us to do a podcast about. We just finished Titans. We're in the middle of doing Mandalorian. And there are some amazing shows out there, like Watchmen, that I would love to talk about. But with all that out of the way, we're going to jump into Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 2.
You've gotten a warning about this one.
I've gotten a warning about this that from Zach, who said that I might turn this off in the middle of the show and walk away and be very angry. I'm nervous because I know that Brandon Routh will show up, I know Tom Welling will show up, and I know Kevin Conroy shows up. That's just based on the description of the episode. So
before we get started, I'm okay. What would
Don't ask me a question that will lead to a spoiler.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, what would get you to get up off of this couch? What could they possibly do that would make you so upset that you would have to be like, no?
Superman would have to become like Batman or Superman would have to become like murderers. All right. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. Crisis on Infinite Earths, Part 2.
All right, here we go.
If we go straight to a commercial,
I'm your mother-in-law. I had to question your every move.
We'll be right back.
I just left.
He's mayhem, so he's being the...
Earth 1, Central City.
We'd be pouring one out for Oliver.
We're not gonna wait for Barry.
Pour one out for the homies, y'all.
Oliver died the way he lived. Hero.
Hey, Sarah, with them facts, girl.
Is anyone here?
Welcome aboard. My name is Leonard, an interactive artificial
Oh shit.
programmed to operate
Leonard
the
Snart
vessels created
is
system.
their
I know
AI?
who you are.
Always pleased to meet a fan, but you are trespassing. Any preference on how you'd like to die?
What he's saying is...
Oh shit.
Flame. Frost.
Nice.
I thought the Legends of Earth 74 all retired.
We must find all 7 Paragons.
We're the Paragons. How about, like, a hint?
Is it all
I have
them?
4.
Oh.
One is of a second Kryptonian, who is said to have suffered a greater loss than most mortal men could endure.
Lois died.
Today he stands as the Paragon of truth. I'll find him.
I'll go with you.
Bruce Wayne is the Dark Knight.
If we could all keep that to ourselves, that'd be great.
The path to find him will lead you to the Paragon of courage.
Okay. Who wants to meet Batman?
Like, this gets me excited, but then I get worried about what Zach said.
Shush. Let me have this.
An entire universe wiped from existence, distilled down to a computer graphic.
What the f***?
What are you doing here?
Lena killed you.
Yeah, only for a little while.
Okay. That makes sense why 99. Because Batman Beyond came out in 99.
Paragon of Courage is apparently afraid of yard work. Better let me do the talking.
So
Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum. Who the
Whoa!
fuck is this?
Wow. It's really impressive six-pack.
Alright, just kick the door down, Kara. Okay, you didn't need to do that aggressively, but sure.
Now Bruce Wayne doesn't have a door.
You need to leave now.
Don't be so rude, Luke.
Luke. Yes.
We're not used to having guests.
I love that man's voice.
So good. He's on camera too, like, he's on camera Batman.
Kate.
Bruce?
Why 75? I need to know the significance. Oh, hell yeah, you put Constantine in this? Yeah. I mean, he's been on Legends. They brought him back for it.
Speedy, this is the spell.
I love Matt Ryan as Constantine. He's so good. Well, that's definitely Tom Welling Superman. 167. Interesting. Oh, he doesn't have his powers.
Cute boy.
He doesn't have his powers.
Good boy.
Either him or the buff guy on the paper towel rolls.
Yeah, he
Yo,
did-
me too.
I can do that with one bare hand.
yeah, he doesn't have his powers.
Hello.
Hi.
You are Clark Kent, right? Who are you?
Don't you know me, Clark? I'm Lex Luthor.
Yes, the smolder.
Wait a second. Hold on. Are they really about to kill him?
Are you okay?
You can't kill my boy.
So what do you want?
Why?
Boy's
Kill you.
buff as hell.
Gosh, yeah, this man is jacked.
And every version of you across the
He is a
multiverse,
triangle.
So that if the super friends somehow find a way to save
It's not
existence.
gonna work on him. Yep,
He's like, what?
he doesn't have his power.
Bye.
That's kryptonite.
Which has no effect on me ever since I gave up.
Yep,
Powers.
You could see through walls. You had super
You
strength.
discovered all your powers through.
yep,
Oh.
yep.
You're kidding me.
That is worth more than any superpower.
Hey, Clark. The girls want to show you what
Oh, they had daughters.
I think it's time for you to...
Oh! Yes! Hell yeah. Oh, don't you dare.
Hey. Was somebody here, or were you attacking the cows again?
That was Lex Luthor from another Earth. What'd the girls make?
A mess. They can't wait for you to see it.
Oh, sounds like a job for us.
I've lost track of how many people I've killed.
The Bruce I knew had a code.
You start.
Oh,
with the
dang.
code. You hang on to it with every self-righteous breath. But then you take one life. Then another. And another.
I'm giving you the chance to be a hero again. And not just to Gotham. The whole damn universe.
Well. Don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
Mick, if you could...
Kevin Conroy's
I really
Batman
feel
being a
straight.
killer,
Never
but
gonna finish
all
this
right.
Paragon detector. Well, let's find him, me, Clark.
Clark.
Or Lex does. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
My fault.
It's my fault. I'm sorry. You seem so familiar. Have we met before?
I love the music of this
Nice glasses.
series, of this
Oh.
crossovers.
Thanks. Do you have a second?
Sure. Mementos. From Batman's greatest victories.
He killed his whole rogues gallery.
Oh.
Yeah, those belong to Superman. His alter ego, at least.
Bruce killed this Earth Superman?
Who do you think put him in that exoskeleton? Yeah, big mistake.
What the fuck?
What is this? Perry White, Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane?
Yep, they're
Why are all
all
these names on your
gone.
wall?
We need you to come back with us. You might be the key to saving the multiverse.
It's actually one of the least insane things I've ever heard. First, you stay and face Luthor. Then you won't do it alone.
Oh no! You cannot do this to my baby boy Brandon. Oh no!
This is what I was told about.
No. Oh, this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm not that mad about it.
Okay, well that's what Malika said
I
earlier.
need to see the outcome of
Yeah.
like what happens. I mean,
This
sucks, but this is freaking awesome to see two Supermen. Oh shit! Ah, it's so. Alright, he's the bad guy, but I mean, goddamn it, it's so nice to see him. Whoa!
Actually, this is the second time I've gone nuts and fought myself.
What? Oh, that's a reference to Superman 3.
Oh.
Life
only makes sense if you force it to.
Okay.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. He straight up Jason Voorhees out of that water.
So, do you have a gluten sensitivity too?
No.
yes!
I know of.
Congratulations.
Yes! The Atom confirmed to have a gluten sensitivity.
What good is being the paragon of hope if I don't have any?
Does she have the kryptonite? Shit.
Lila Michaels, Harbinger.
Oh, it's the Anti-Monitor.
I need you.
Who are you?
Universe after universe has fallen before my power. World after world consumed. With every death, I steal my mirror's strength, and mine grows ever stronger. Who am I? I am the Anti-Monitor. Come, Harbinger. There is work to be done.
I would say my biggest thing with Lila is we have not spent enough time with her in this crossover
Yeah.
for me to fully understand why she went so quickly from we need to unite all the heroes from all the different Earths to I'm going to go work for the Anti-Monitor. We just haven't had enough time with her. I thought it was a good episode. I mean, I like it for all the nostalgic reasons because we see Brandon Routh as Superman.
Mm-hmm.
We see, despite it being what it is, we get to see Kevin Conroy as Bruce Wayne, Constantine. So we get to see a lot of the other characters. And we're not done seeing other characters from Batman's world. There are a few more characters that are going to pop up. Getting to hear the Superman theme is always awesome. I really liked Tom Welling and the role that he played in this very short cameo. I dig it. Like, I fully believe that Superman would have given up his power for his family.
I really like that.
Yeah, like I think like that to me is very true to that character.
And to that
and
version
that
of Clark
version of
Kent,
Clark
yeah,
Kent.
that Smallville Clark Kent.
Yeah, like he would have done that. He would have, and I mean, I know a lot of people might look into that and they might be like, well, but that means that Superman gave up on humanity, but we also don't know what other heroes are still active in that universe because when Smallville was going on, we had like this young Justice League that had Green Arrow, Impulse, Cyborg, Aquaman. So there are other heroes that exist in that universe.
Wasn't Martian Manhunter in Smallville too?
The Martian Manhunter was in Smallville. We got a lot of hints towards there being a Batman. So I think like, yeah, it sucks that Tom Welling actually never, not that he doesn't become Superman because he does. And he was Superman for at least, from what it sounds like, at least a decade. And there's a season 11 Smallville comic book that explores Clark Kent as Superman and Lex Luthor being president, all that sort of stuff. So I get it. I would love to like live in a world where Tom Welling is permanently Superman, but I also don't hate the fact that he made a sacrifice for his family, just like Jonathan did when he agreed to make a deal with Jor-El that he would consume this like Kryptonian power to save his son, and in the end, you haven't seen Smallville yet, so I don't spoil it.
I mean, everybody knows Jonathan Kent gotta go down.
Yeah.
He's Uncle Ben. He gotta go down.
We're like not at that point on Smallville yet.
I thought it was gonna be at the end of season 1. I was convinced that it was gonna be at the end of season 1.
Nah, Jonathan Kent still has some time, but there are some incredible moments that are coming up in season 2 and then leading into season 3 where Jonathan makes a choice that will ultimately change the course of his life.
Oh.
And
I just love seeing Clark on that farm again.
Yeah.
And that he inherits the farm. He's got 2 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Lois are happy. Like, I mean, is there the possibility that we could see him in like a suit at the in the final episode maybe or something?
Very possible. It's very possible that like that they go back and they say like, look, we really need you. I mean, I don't know. do they need him at this point? Who knows? Would it be cool to see Brandon Routh, Tyler Hoechlin, and Tom Welling all in Superman suits? I would probably do a front flip over this couch and die because I'd break my neck. But
we're gonna keep to that if that happens.
It would be incredible. But I'm not really mad about some of the choices. I'm really curious if Zach's thing was Superman versus Superman or if it was the Batman thing.
I think it's the Batman thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of not only do they make him this kind of desolate, vengeful kind of succumbing to everything that Batman tries to stand up against.
Right.
He falls to that. And then the fight is he throws a punch, he gets hit back, and he dies instantly. I think that is kind of a big letdown, too, because I was like, well, at least if we're going to fight, it's going to be something.
I mean, look, it would have been really, really cool if there would have been some sort of redemptive story for that character. Mm-hmm. You know, if he would have been able to somehow redeem himself, live, and then in later episodes redeem himself to be... I mean, it's very possible that he's not totally dead. But, you know, I don't know. I don't really want to, get stuck on that because to me it was to move the plot forward, and it's not a Batman that we've ever lived with. We don't know anything about him other than what they told us in these 4 pages of script or 5 pages of script. So it's it could be their version of a Batman who he was not the Batman that we all imagine Batman being. He kind of almost feels like the Thomas Wayne Batman from Flashpoint.
Oh, yeah, the Batman who just kind of...
Bruce Wayne and Martha die, and he just becomes very, vengeful, and he kills, and he uses guns and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I like in Flashpoint when they actually make it in that just Bruce dies. And then it's Jonathan.
Oh, that's right.
Jonathan becomes Batman, and
Thomas becomes Batman,
and Martha becomes the Joker. Which is such a cool twist.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure people will talk about that, and...
I mean,
they'll make a big deal of it, which I totally understand.
I'm going to ask you something that I hope won't upset you.
Okay.
Do you think that this kind of Batman leans into our current Justice League Batman, kind of the Batman v Superman? That is this Batman that kind of was kind of gave up and was kind of... he's pretty violent.
So. I know, but it's different because those movies where we were actually spending time and getting to learn who that Batman was. We didn't get any of that here. It's literally a Batman who is no longer Batman, who happens to be in the Kingdom Come armor, but Superman's dead. We don't know anything about Wonder Woman or any of the characters. So I know it's a big talking point about having a Batman who kills. I guess my biggest disappointment is that it's Kevin Conroy.
I think so too, yeah. I think you could have done that character had it been a different Batman actor.
Yeah.
But having Kevin Conroy, who's, especially for a lot of us, has been this kind of, this Batman, I mean, for everyone, it's always been this pinnacle of Batman.
Honestly.
The animated Batman, to me, is always my favorite Batman.
There is a little part of me that wonders, because they reached out to a lot of actors to try to get them to cameo. There is a part of me that wonders if originally they wanted Michael Keaton or Val Kilmer or George Clooney or one of those 90s Batmen
to be this Batman.
Especially when it's Earth 99.
It's got the Batmobile.
He's got the Tim Burton Batmobile. The suit is not the same, but it's similar. It's Batman 99. It's Earth 99, and a lot of people have always talked about how cool it would be to see Michael Keaton.
I mean, was that the original Riddler staff that was broken?
It looked like the one that Jim Carrey had. So yeah, I think if you were to give me Michael Keaton in the Kingdom Come uniform and he eventually becomes a Batman who's broken and all this sort of stuff, then I would have been he does kill in those, he did kill in those movies technically. Yeah. So it's not outside of the realm of possibility. But then they separated that. They gave us 99 and they gave us 89, which has, Michael Keaton Batman. So I don't know. I'm really curious, if maybe that role was for a different actor and they couldn't get him. So they thought, you know what, let's get Kevin Conroy. There's a little part of me that is surprised that Kevin Conroy agreed to do it. I feel like
maybe there's something else, hopefully.
I mean, maybe, yeah, it's very, very possible. But, I don't want to get hung up on it because to me, it's it's not the Batman of the main continuity. And I think when you're doing these like Elseworld or these other Earths, these multiverse stories, yeah, of course there's gonna be a universe where, just like in Superman Returns, Joker kills Lois Lane and Perry White and Jimmy Olsen, and then there's gonna be other universes where Thomas Wayne becomes, There is actually a little part of me that almost wishes that, like, man, maybe not actually.
What?
I was gonna say, like, they could have just made him Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the most important thing was that connection between Bruce and Kate. I think that was supposed to be the big thing. She hasn't seen him in a long time, and this was supposed to be like a hopeful reunion. And actually, I'm really
But he's also not the Bruce Wayne from her world.
No, yeah. But I'm also, speaking of Kate, I'm also really digging Ruby Rose's performance in this episode. I thought she did a really good job.
Yeah, for an episode that is a part of the Batwoman series, and a lot of it is not very focused on Batwoman, they do give her a real moment at the end there, which I was like, oh, cool. So this is how we're tying this all back. A little suspect of the whole kryptonite thing, though. I have a feeling it's going to be used on a different character that's not Superman or Supergirl, because I just don't think that... I don't know. I don't feel like that Batwoman has lived enough in that universe to really, like, justify making those decisions of, like, okay, I'm not going to...
Yeah.
I'm gonna go against. I'm gonna agree with this Bruce Wayne who was like murderous and crazy. That I agreed was like, you're crazy, bro. So I don't know, but the Tom Welling stuff was great. I hope we get to see him again. Brandon Routh is obviously still around as Superman and Ray Palmer, which I'm here for.
Silly green screen scenes.
Yeah,
and all that you see, we're poking fun at the actor because he's also the other actor.
There was a really great moment in, I believe it was the first crossover that they did, where Ray Palmer makes a comment when Supergirl comes from Earth 38 and makes a comment. He's like, she reminds me of my cousin. And I was like, that's genius to just have that character say that.
And now they kept referencing earlier, like, he's
well, but now you have Superman coming into that world, like, oh, this now makes sense because Ray Palmer and Clark Kent from Earth, what was it, 96? Was that 96 that he was from?
Maybe.
They're now the same look. They look the same, yeah. Yeah, no, really, really. I mean, I'm digging it so far. This, I think the pacing.
I like that the Atom has a gluten intolerance, but then I also raise the question: how was he drinking a beer at the bar earlier? Maybe he was having a gluten-free beer or a cider.
You never know.
CW, you need to explain yourself. you give me a gluten intolerant character, I'm gonna watch their food now.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it was a little better paced than the first episode. I think maybe writing-wise, it might have been not as good as the first episode. I don't know.
This plot's getting kind of like
crazy.
It was kind of like this. We were like funneling in the first episode, and now it's like Lex Luthor, Lazarus Pit, Soul, the Anti-Monitor.
I mean, the Anti-Monitor to me is the most important part because that's...
Kara's over here, and she's going to bring back Earth 38.
Yeah, and like the Anti-Monitor is the most important piece because that's what this whole thing is all about.
But Harbinger to be like, bye.
Yeah, but I agree. I think like now bringing Lex Luthor and him having his own agenda, I'm like...
But also him being like...
keep splintering
But also
off?
the Harbinger being like, he did what he was supposed to do. And I'm like, what? No, stop it.
Oh, the Monitor.
Yeah, the Monitor, sorry.
Monitor, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm honestly, like, I kind of dig it that they don't give us a tease for what to expect next.
Oh, I'm glad too. That's my biggest gripe with Watchmen. You watch the episode and then it gives you like a 45-second trailer. No, don't tell me.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm so curious to be like, oh, man, what's coming next?
Yeah.
Because we just got 3 more episodes.
We do, and after this episode, they're going on a break. After tomorrow's episode, they're going on a break until January.
I think you said 8th?
8th, I think, yeah. And then we'll end it off with Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow.
Interesting that Arrow is not the final episode. You think that it would
Maybe
be?
It is. I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule in recent days, so I could be wrong.
Well, you didn't get up and leave the couch.
I didn't. I didn't. And I want to confirm tomorrow if Zach was talking about Batman or the Superman thing.
I think he was.
Probably.
Superman fight would have only been bad had it been like
It would have been bad if they would have
Superman
shown up and he would have been
kills
like, "Oh, I'm gonna
everybody.
kill you," and I would have been like,
I mean, had Lex Luthor just gone ahead and stabbed Tom Welling, I think we all would have been like, "Bye. Okay, I can't do this.
Can't
You
hurt my
can't do that
precious
to my
boy.
boy.
Can't do that to my
Can't
boy.
do that to my plaid
He's
boy.
gotta be all right."
Somebody save him."
That's right.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still into it. I'm having fun revisiting all this DC legacy stuff. To me, that's kind of what these CW shows have been about, is about the legacy of the characters.
And I'm so surprised by all the cameos that we're getting that we didn't even know about. Like Constantine, you said Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex, yeah. I mean, even Lex Luthor himself.
And Captain
Cold and Heatwave, yeah. Even though Captain Cold is an AI, a Jarvis type of thing. Yeah, I'm all for it. Like, you would have to do. I mean, and the things that they did in this episode, I was like, rolling my eyes. But I feel like you'd have to do more crazy, drastic things. I don't know. I'm into it. Again, it's not about Batman. It's about Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman, and the Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's who these shows are about. That's who this story, like, those are the priority characters of this story. So yeah, if you go to some alternate Earth and Batman's not exactly who you think he's going to be, it's to push their story forward because they're the heroes of these stories.
Question.
Okay.
Do you think they're going to kill Brandon Routh Superman?
That's a question for another episode.
Okay.
Because I hope not.
I don't know. He's kind of lost everything. We're giving him a nice little send-off.
I am not going to invite you back.
We're acknowledging his movie.
Stop. Why you do this to me?
I'm creating conversations.
No, you're creating tension in my tummy.
I don't mean to.
I'm going to have to go vomit now.
No.
Don't do this to me.
At least it's not Tom Welling.
I want my Superman. I want my Brandon Routh Superman and my Tom Welling Clark Kent to live on forever and live a happy life. And I want Brandon Routh Superman to get some redemption. And I want him to find someone that he really cares about. He has a son. At least it seems like he still has a son. Yeah, it's a bummer. Damn it. I really liked that Jimmy Olsen. He was funny. Sam Huntington. He's a good Jimmy Olsen. We've rambled on enough about this, though. Guys, let us know what you thought about in the comments below about Crisis on Infinite Earth Chapter 2. If you're watching on Patreon, thank you so much for sticking through this hour-plus adventure through the multiverse. If you're watching on YouTube, jump over to Patreon to watch the whole episode, and we will most likely be back tomorrow to do Part 3, and then we'll take a little bit of a break and then be back next month in the new year. Holy crap. To finish this off with chapters 4 and 5 of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Bye-bye.